up against Vertex. But for us today, we're taking a look at Rooster and Eliminators. And we'll kick things off in the pistol round of Inferno. Just a quick thing to note is that Eliminators are playing with a couple of subs. I believe Val and Val, to my understanding, were subbing in. So we'll see how that plays out. But not a great start for them, as Rooster kick things off with a nice opener to the pistol.
Yeah, so now 4-on-5. Eliminators having a think about going back towards this A side of the map. You've had the lurk come through from Valhalla in Carpets. Big rotation across from Rooster here, though, Jordan.
Yeah, indeed. Just working their way into brackets. Eliminators will have to deal with 3 players on that A-bomb site. And ASAP, the first one to take the challenge. Medic's going to go down pretty quick smart alongside ASAP. And it is just Chelios who is now on that site, but they still have not managed to get rid of him. Numbers advantage is there for Rooster, but you'd have to say, surely it's going to drop soon. Chel somehow survives long enough to get himself another one. And, well, now it's just down to Valhalla, who is the substitute in this roster. 1-on-2 ahead for him, with only 11 HP to play with. It's not going to be an easy task, but the fact that ADK is down to 12 HP will maybe make this one doable. Tough crossfire to break, not a lot of time here. Valhalla's going to have to do something pretty special to win it from this position, and eventually does take that swing, trying to bait the peek out. Can't really find anything in time. It's going to get the better of him. Rooster win the pistol.
Yeah, good start from them. Kick the city economy off.
Tonight, I'd probably say should be a pretty clean 2-0 for them, given the fact that Eliminators is playing with a couple of subs. I believe Foggers and Savage are off to go compete overseas. And well, Eliminators doing a bit of work right now with those Glocks. I mean, it's just the Glock hype train kind of rolling into the A-bomb site that is taking heads. Medic's down to 26 HP. TJP to do the lion's share of the duty right here and is able to claim Damio. There we go. That's a little bit more like it. TJP and Netic combine and ultimately do make it look a little easier than I thought it might be.
Yeah, things got a little bit worrisome there for a moment, but nice bomb plant. Couple of guns taken away there by Eliminators. Definitely going to help them out. Bomb plant definitely going to allow them to get full utility heading into the first gun round, not potentially skip out on any grenades. And could be...
Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Smokes all over the place, straight into jungle and into a library. ASAP. Close here with the Famous is getting a little bit ballsy, and that's going to work out quite nicely in the end. kohokohdat and Viridian a little bit sloppy on the entry there. Ultimately, it goes over to Damio with that retrieved orb to try to find the trade, and it's not really been a clean start to this game at all for Eliminators. Feeling maybe a little bit lethargic for a couple of those members after coming back from playing on LAN earlier on in the weekend. Snow for one, but he'll need to do a little bit more than that. Let's see if he can wind back the clock. With only 4 seconds, though, I think it's probably a little bit too much to ask. And that is going to be yet another round for the Cluck crew, for the Rooster squad.
A bit lackluster here. Flash comes over the top and TJ forced off the line.
Wow, that's a nice name. Anyway, Eliminators, they're going to keep on rolling into the B-bomb side as best as they can. ADK makes it look easy, this spraydown on the M4. Only APOC does strike in this round for the T side. He's going to look to see if he can get a little bit more work done, but no success. And so 4-0 the scoreline. I don't know about you, Pilsky, but I'm kind of getting a bit of a sense that, again, looks like it's towards B. Nice molly, though, from Rooster.
Yeah, util traded on banana. In comes the B here, Jordan.
Indeed. Let's see how the entry goes for Eliminators. That's much better from Damio, but still a couple of extra members here to deal with, and one of those is TJP, who can line them all up easy as you like. Even though Val can catch the rotation of Chelios, it will not matter. Again, Eliminators leaving it down to the absolute wire and not being able to hit their entry.
I think, you know, they're trying to organize playing with substitute play before it can get rolling for Eliminators, who have gone for another buy here. It's a contact into bracket, straight into Chelios' orb, which doesn't connect this time.
Yeah, with that said, though, we'll see what the rest of the defense looks like. Doesn't seem that ASAP's going to be playing much of a part in this round. So 2 rounds now in a row where Eliminators have been able to find the opening kill. One of which obviously was not converted. But we'll see what they can do here in round 6. They definitely need to come back into the swing of things pretty soon.
Flash over the top. MLT playing the off-angle position. Only goes 1 for 1. Pressure on ADK now, who throws the Molotov forward. It is going to segment these keys.
Doesn't look too great. In the end, again, for Eliminators, as Rooster just seem to have an individual where they need, when they need. And the resmoke into Banana from the CT side is going to prompt a rotation back toward A. It seems entirely unnecessary, though, as Netic can grab himself an easy double. And again, it's, you know, it's the same thing I was saying a couple of rounds ago.
Love a little bit more cash as well. Quick pacing up Banana being attempted, but a great Molotov timing and an HE to follow up here from TJP. It's looking like a shutdown already. Valhalla just gets segmented from the rest of the boys, and they just choose to turn away from Banana. It's too scary there. Straight up dig side.
Not sure that's going to work out for them too well, but nice trade with the Deagle from Snow. Still, it's not effective enough to really give them much of a chance in this round. You'll need to see some pretty impressive pistol work from kohokohdat and Snow to make it happen, but well, so far the Deagle shots are going through. Tech9s will not, and TJP 12 and 2, really not making a mistake so far in this map, and Rooster are going to go up to 7.
It's just individuals being stronger right now for Rooster. The multi-fragging just really has...
Nothing as of yet. It's a little bit of a slower approach this round from Eliminators. Chelio's time to work, but Viridian, with the AWP in hand on the T side, is going to be able to strike first, and again, it's another opening pick for Eliminators, so we're seeing that trend kind of developing, but they still, as of yet, have not been able to break through a single round. Double pit setup.
The Eliminators threatening this jungle wrap here, but taking their time with the man advantage. They're just really waiting for the CTs to overpeak and feed them additional picks.
Well, back to the 4-on-4. ADK has started to rotate his way across, and if he were to somehow be able to find kohokohdat, who is kind of trapped in Arch, that would feel like maybe the round over bomb would be dropped. kohokohdat has been able to get back to brackets, and now with the aid of his teammate, is going to try to go back over toward B. Damio cracking things open in pit. There's still another member there to be worried about. You do have TJP at the bottom of mid. And now the big question as to where does Eliminators go? They know Netic is here still. And I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference because headshots are connecting TJP on the fast flank. They do not expect this. Surely not. And he'll just work his way through that smoke. It's all about the timing. He's already found one. He's got no idea where kohokohdat is. Still hits the shot. 8-0. Rooster can do no wrong. And Eliminators, they couldn't buy a round.
Yeah, and TJP, I mean, 14 and 2. In some of these rounds, just putting Rooster on his back, the multi-fragging has been impeccable. It just makes missed opportunity. They had a great opening pick there. Viridian picking Chelios early on. They had full jungle control. It felt like they were in control, but a bit of an overpeak perhaps. And unfortunately can't convert the 2-on-1. What a shot there from Chelios on the single zoom.
Yeah, I just don't know where you're going to see Eliminators finding any success if the rounds where they get the opening kill, where they find themselves in a 2v1 post plan, and, you know, in situations like that, they can't convert. And then, you know, obviously you go from that to this, and it's just, it doesn't look like it's going to be a fun night tonight for Eliminators.
It's an insane shot from Chelios, and then you could see Eliminators were trying to flash their way up to go for the trade. And TJP punishes. Now the dry walk into bracket and ASAP with 2. It just looks way too easy. It's a bit of a death match right now for Rooster, and they are...
Netic's had a nice couple of multi-kills sort of thing. We're not really getting the same sense. I thought Snow, you know, Valiance, he had a couple of good shots maybe in a couple of rounds, but outside of that, it just seems like every single time there's a CT on your screen, they're getting at least a double kill, if not better. And that, again, is another example of it. It is just Valhalla trying to get into the B bomb site, trying to clutch this one out for Eliminators. 1v3. Fakes the plant, doesn't draw the peak, which is what he would have wanted. And as soon as that smoke starts to fade, he's got no more room to work with. Chell around the corner. 10-0 now for the CT side. And the hype train just does not stop for Rooster.
Yeah. where they have to play a weekly and things like that. But I feel like in qualifiers, where you tell the Rooster boys, you guys just have to play super well for a day or two, they really do kind of thrive. It's a nice pick from Valley. It's another man advantage for the T side that they need to convert this time, Jordan.
Well, that might... Never mind. I was going to say it might have worked out for them. Apoc did such a clean entry onto TJP, but straight away, working in tandem, ADK able to bounce back with a couple of kills. And so the numbers are even though that does leave a little bit of a hole in the defense. It looks like the Rooster members are well situated to deal with that. Smoke fading. Again, a 1-for-1. Great spacing from Rooster so far on this CT side, it has to be said.
Now, Eliminators in the 2-on-2. Going to make their way towards this B side. They got a fair bit of utility to block off some of these angles. And ADK just looking to see if he can pick one of these players before they get in.
Okay. This is looking like the most winnable round for Eliminators so far. So we'll see what Chelios has to say about it. All for the retake. Molly in his face. Doesn't really have anywhere he can go. I mean, money's fantastic, so it wouldn't be hugely surprising to see him go for it, but at this point, it seems like maybe a task too tall, especially considering Viridian has another smoke for CT. He can re-smoke it straight away if they want to. Decides to just use it at the back of site and take the opportunity to cross. Oh, okay. Shell's going to get at least one on the exit, so at least it's going to be an expensive round for Eliminators, but in the end... It will finally be their first round on this T side.
I mean, taking the AWP away, it does make a difference, right? They can't replace it on the T side. They had like one.
Very nicely timed. Straight into the back pocket of Val. Gives Snow and Damio a little bit of a clip as well. And then you've got the double setup in Boiler. Eliminators surely not going to be prepared for that. And Snow, oh, he's gone. Damio's gone as well. Netic is looking so clean right now. Shell chimes in too, and we really just have to say this is a non-contest if there ever was.
Fourth. Looks like it's a quick one up banana, Jordan.
Does indeed. I'm not sure that's where I'd want to be going, considering it's TJP on the receiving end of it. Flashes over the top. Do cause a bit of a problem for both teams, but it's ASAP once again, alongside the rest of the defenders in banana, that will be able to hold reasonably strong for Rooster. Numbers advantage there. He rotates his way over through construction. Val wins an important aim battle. Tosses that M4 over to Apoc. 100 HP to try to clutch this one out with. Val to try to assist with a flash and with a Tech 9. If he could even find himself one kill, that would be excellent. And it might even just end up being that bait and switch setup in the back of sight. If Val dies, maybe Apoc can sit and wait patiently with that M4 to try to clutch things out. There's a nade. Is that going to be the bait? Never mind. Well, Val peeks. Do they know Apoc is there? They're aware enough, and they do peek him. Netic will finish it off. Defuse is on in time, and 12 is there for Rooster.
Yeah. You would normally back yourself with the double dark setup, but the way that Rooster cleared out every little bit of that Zana, so you got to ask yourself, when is the retake utility coming in? In fact, it's coming in right now. Going to segment Damio forward.
DJP doesn't even need to do anything, does he?
It's just perfect. That's exactly why you throw that kind of utility. You give them half wall control because you cut the T's in half and you flush an extra player in front of it and you get yourself a free opening pick.
Yep. Now TJP more than happy to just sit behind Car. Comes a bit of the util over the top. Apoc was prepared for it, playing anti-flash, able to save Viridian. Well, not able to save Viridian, I should say, but still at least able to trade. I'm trying to grasp at the straws here, though, really. Find the positives for Eliminators. Because at the end of the day, they are down 12-1. They're down a player in this round as well.
Got a potential 3-on-2 on the site here, but Netic can throw himself a one-way. Chelios with a counter flash over the top for his pit player. Could shut this round down as well.
No connection there for Chelios. Netic fully blind. Still alive. How is he still alive? What's going on there? I don't know, but he's
Counter flash.
actually managed to get one kill. Yeah, the counter flash kept him alive long enough to find a 1-for-1. And ultimately, it's down to Valhalla to try to clutch this one out. He's got the bomb plant down. 80k putting pressure in from Dig. Slowed down quite nicely. Good flick, but it was always going to be a tough ask. And a little bit too much to do this time.
Chelios is just, he's so smart. Like, you could see the underarm smoke, and, you know, Valhalla wanted to go for that peak, and Chelios gives him absolutely nothing.
Alright, bunch of smokes up and over the top. ASAP here on a bit of an off angle, even through the flash, is going to be able to get himself one. Does well, gets the info for his team. Fnatic very well poised to try to deal with this, and gets himself a kill with a molly as well, no less. Helped out by ASAP. Still, Eliminators working their way into the site. Damio gets a stroke of luck as TJP uncharacteristically, especially for this game, misses a shot or two. And maybe 2 is on the cards for the T side. 3-on-1 for Chelios to try to negotiate. Has a look through the hole in the smoke. Opts for the AK. Doesn't have much time to play with, but a molly on the ground there is nice. Still one in his face. Less than ideal, and that too, less than ideal. But still.
Banana, and then play a bait setup for the heat and potty in the back of the site. Between both of the Vals. Pop flash to the half wall.
Okay, well, doesn't look like too much is going to be changing in the second half. TJ's got himself the dualies. There's still another 2 players on this B bomb site, which, you know, that is sometimes maybe a little unorthodox and could result in e-Lemonators finding themselves a cheeky kill or 2. Snow has one of those. Right over on the other side, you do have Rooster quite comfortably working their way into that A bomb site, and really not a whole lot to be done about it just yet for e-Lemonators, who are just down to Viridian City at this point. USP in hand, working his way in through brackets, and 80k gonna find his head. So 14-2, and Rooster will pick up the second half pistol.
Yeah, necessary force buy. They move from what was a 2-1-2 into a 1-4. ASAP being left on the lurk towards second mid. Rest of the players grouped up in Banana.
Val close, 5-7. Doesn't really manage to have too much of an impact, and nor does Snow. So smoke to go down, and it is just APOC'd out in the back of the site. Deagle magic is what's required to win this round now for Eliminators. First couple of shots do go awry, and then he's traded down with nothing really to be said about it. Rooster, bomb plant, ASAP on the hunt for a couple of extra kills, and likely to get him. That is sharp. You know, it's not even as if, like, okay, Eliminators, they're coming in with a sub, da-da-da, this and that. Well, quickly into A. Looks to be the name of the game for Rooster this time. A little bit of util keeps them at bay, but not for too long. TJP takes the first contact, but it's 80k that will ultimately fall initially as he tries to find those entries. ASAP doing it the same. They ran right into the stack. Exactly what Eliminators would have hoped for. Round's not yet over, though. You've still got Chell on full HP. And TJP might be able to find 1 or 2 if they line up nicely. This is how it starts to swing back in favor of Rooster.
Aggression from Val on the scout. You just continually peeking into Diggity and getting punished every single time with Valhalla alone on the site now.
Yeah, MP9 only, and look, there's a couple of low HP members, but if it's Shell to find the entry, that'll be a tough one to grab. Nicely done. And now starts to look a little bit more doable for Valhalla, but stuck in the corner, can't get out. TJP won't make the mistake of missing a shot. And it is down to APOC'd with only a 5-7. No defuse kit. Has to move quickly. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Netic and TJP both quite low, so this 5-7 could definitely go to town. He's also got a smoke for the defuse, but that is not going to be an option when TJP Rooster playing this game. Eliminators didn't really turn up in map 1, which is unfortunate because that was their map choice. But let's see what they can do in map 2. Maybe they can have a crack on Vertigo. Doesn't start too well for them. Netic and TJP combining straight away for a multi-kill. And we do have the 4-on-3 that will ensue.
Yeah, we got Danger, I guess, standing in for ASAP. So maybe, you know, ASAP wanted to get some dinner as it is a couple hours behind in in WA, so Mum's called him over for some grub. E-LEMON-ators a little bit late on the rotate back into B here. See if they're able to actually make it work.
Doesn't look like it's going to be too super easy for them, but at least they do have that defuse kit available. If time starts to become a factor, that'll help. Snow onto Chelio starts nicely, but big problem is going to be that flank coming through from TJP, particularly if Netic can survive. And it seems he has done so. Tap is on. Netic needs to get that kill. He's got to peek. The body block is in. And luckily for E-LEMON-ators, that is going to be enough to get them the round victory because Netic was looking sharp. He gets the 2 kills. Just
4 rifles and armor for E-LEMON-ators to contest with. It's actually more rifles than they were able to bring into this round themselves.
Shell doesn't actually manage to find that entry onto kohokohdat. So already this force fight not quite going to plan for Rooster. TJP gets his head bopped off as well. So it'll be down to the rest of the Rooster players to barge their way into this B bomb site, which they have been effectively able to do. Viridian wants to try to accelerate, deny the bomb plan, or at least put a bit of pressure onto Rooster. But in the meanwhile, kohokohdat has got into a nade, and ADK gets himself a 1-for-1. That's good enough here, considering the numbers are starting to now favor Rooster. And they should be allowed the bomb plant now.
Nade does a lot of damage to Danger. Both of these players relatively low. It's doable with a Famas.
Yeah, definitely. Smoke available as well, but no defuse kit. And I don't see any in the immediate vicinity. So he'll have to start working his way forward and try to pick the pace up here. Danger might have spotted him out, maybe not. And it now does fall down to Netic, who's in fine form tonight. 6-0 on the map, but that's not enough against Damio. And it looks like he's got the defuse just in time. The full 10-second defuse going to go through. And it'll be the 2-0 lead for E-LEMON-ators. A much better start to the map than what we saw on Inferno.
It looked like as Damio was coming down jump up, he might have alt-tabbed there as well. Seems like Valiant's going to be the one to hold some money for an AWP purchase later on.
Well, Deagle looks good for 1. How many more, though? That was the question E-LEMON-ators were asking themselves. They probably did need more than just the 1. Rooster in with the bomb plan, and so now members of the E-LEMON-ators roster to do what? What are they going to do at this point? A little bit of extra damage, but realistically nothing to note. We go into the
last round, rushing straight up the B steps, but Rooster this time looking like they're going to go for a split through into A, perhaps. ADK on the jump up, flanking into spawn.
Yeah, I mean, just the pistols for E-LEMON-ators, so getting the 1 kill is a nice start, I suppose. They've got the bomb. What are they going to be able to do with this 1 Galil Damio? He's going to have to hit some absolute crackers to win the round from here. Swaps over to the USP. It's good for 1. And Snow almost another, but again, that round always felt like it was a bit of a foregone conclusion. So 3-2.
But it's not capitalized on.
kohokohdat just chilling right now, waiting to see if anyone from Rooster is going to contest up ramp. He's actually been able to get a lot of info now as he starts to work his way down, which is informing the rotates of the rest of the team. Viridian still hanging around, starting to move away. The timing doesn't look ideal for him. kohokohdat avoids the flash nicely, but only good for 1. And Viridian had fallen off that line a little bit earlier, but does come back to try and fight for it. He's stuck now. He's going to have to take the fight. No scope misses. USP, though, will connect. ADK has to trade, but Viridian getting 2 from that position is a job well done. Damio now coming across. Doesn't quite have success. The flash of TJP connects at the perfect time to keep ADK alive. It's just Snow. Jumps up on top of Tetris. And unfortunately can't wrangle his spray back enough. And so E-LEMON-ators a touch and go round, but they do falter. Pretty good. You got kohokohdat, Viridian both here. And Valhalla's there as well. Just hopefully they're going to get their nades out. The timing looks really nice and the damage does too. But now it's a case of following up on that damage. Trades are very good thus far for Eliminators. That's a nice shot from Damio. And Chell is down to 16 HP. So that is not good at all for Rooster. The nade stack works out perfectly. Eliminators, they might be able to find themselves a cheeky round here. 18 seconds left for Chell to try to salvage things. But where do you even go from here? Smoke down onto the bomb site. He's going to have to plant. They're both there already. Out in no man's land. Chell, round surely. Over with the no-scope. Connects. Has he got time to plant? I think just. And I was wrong.
Anticlimactic end to the round. The nade towards ramp. At the moment, just waiting out that CT utility. Not in a rush to go anywhere, but we'll see what kind of pacing Rooster brings up ramp side here. That is a duel you should never be winning with a little. Great trade from Damio, though.
Yeah, 1-for-1. Viridian's going to creep his way onto the side hall line, and TJP makes for easy pickings.
Beautiful molly to set up that pick. More and more
Speaking of which,
throwing on in, Jordan.
Yep. Chell there with the AWP. Viridian to answer. It's an AWPers round apparently, but no longer, as Viridian is shut down. Even though ADK was flashed, he was able to catch the player. Ollie's not going to deny the bomb plant, but it does a number to ADK on the way out. Snow spotted at the bottom of ramp. Flash is not quite going to catch him. Even still, ADK able to hit the headshot, but that's not going to help Chell. He is the AWPer. Maybe he pulls the pistol out here. Info would have been given over. Either way, he'll decide for the AWP anyway. Flash out. And on the defuse, Valhalla had no chance. He wasn't moving. Chell's not going to miss that. 5-4. Rooster win another.
What a shot.
Okay. TJP getting boosted up by the wood wall. Snow's on the other side of that. This is where things get a little bit awkward. You're not really going to win that. Peeking's advantage as strong as it will ever be for TJP. And flash over the top as well, catching Valhalla. This is just supreme entry work from TJP. And really nothing that Eliminators can do about it. All three of those kills have been so quick, and another one as well in the back pocket. On for the ace, TJP. And looking forward as well. He knows where Damio is. They certainly are. Is Damio going to give it to him? TJP charging his way forward. Netical will steal it right at the 11th hour. But I mean, let's just for the sake of argument say he's got that. Because
set on their economy have to take a single save. Rooster with 5 players surviving, starting to build up their money after a very clean round. Wow, TJP just winning it by himself. He's been insane this series. And he's not slowing down anytime soon. More eco frags for him. Danger gets 1-2. The round's over. Another 4K for TJP. He's 18-6. What is his estimate that B is a bit of a leak right now? That's what I'm seeing, I think.
TJ is going to try to exploit that once again, but here he'll come unstuck. Viridian is going to have a bit of work to do now, but unfortunately he forgot his protective gear and burns alive. Sorry, 3-on-3. kohokohdat off angle does get traded. Snow and Damio to try to salvage the situation as the Molotov is put out by the smoke. Chell gets in front of the smoke. Catches Damio. It's just Snow. They know that he's dropped. They've heard him moving around. Danger has it on lock. It's another round for Rooster. It was looking like a tighter map.
All right. Delios charming in a few big clutch rounds too. Quick pacing up a round. Good kill for kohokohdat. Things got to slow down now. Valhalla has got a hero rifle here, Jordan.
It does. kohokohdat, if you can find another one, maybe starts to make things look interesting. Here we go. He even gets out with the AK. Stopped by a Molotov, but still surviving. It's a gun in the game. Snow, always good for 1 or 2 with the Deagle. And again, chiming in this round. It's starting to fall apart for Rooster. Danger is the last alive. And might get kohokohdat, given he is so low, but we'll have to sacrifice some HP for it. So back into the 3-on-1. Not really much of a chance for him there.
I mean, he's been subbed in between maps, and I think last time we chatted to him, he said he hasn't been playing a whole...
So far, so good. Rooster. Biding their time, definitely.
kohokohdat able to multi-frag here. And the T's trading back nicely. So a 2-on-2. TJ gonna get that bomb down. Chelios trying to provide a little bit of support. Molotov is starting to breathe down the neck of TJP here, but a molly thrown back in reply will give him some space to get back to secret. Chelios playing from the sandbag there. On the single zoom. Smoke being waited out before the CT start to progress, and TJ playing up close, but he's not needed. Chelios getting this one done himself, and now Snow looking for the 1v2. Doesn't know he's been wrapped on by TJP, who's just going to blow him straight from...
Yeah, but that smoke has kind of kept e-LEMON-ators at bay for the moment inside hall. They're tossing a bit of their own util out. And it looks like they want to go quickly into this bomb site, but Rooster is already pretty much all across as well. And they're looking to defend. TJP from behind with the dualies might end up actually being a big difference maker if he can find his timing nicely. 80k must keep himself alive on this bomb site. TJP found out. And so now, starts to look like e-LEMON-ators will get themselves the pistol.
They do indeed. It's 5 with 3 there. And when you have players that are as sharp as the Rooster side is, you can often win a lot of them.
That is a very nice spray down to start things off. And a pretty good Glock headshot as well to finish it. That's the perfect anti-eco, really, isn't it?
TJ waiting to see if he can get a knife here. Be wrapped on. Oh, no way. On kohokohdat of all players. Oh,
you know, the thing about TJP
we are
is...
never going to let him... We are never going to let him live that down, Jordan.
The thing about TJP is I'm sure he's...
And it is just a save around the 2 rifles here for Rooster. Chelios setting the pace here on ramp side. Don't want to be running through that smoke against him. Nedic just spams FURIA straight through there, Jordan.
Shell's got a hole in the smoke. And that is
no.
going to be to the detriment of Damio.
This could be horrible for e-LEMON-ators. They lose a round like this, give over AKs to the CT side. That's going to be such a big economy swing.
Danger. P250 could still fall on this bomb site, but he has got help. He's got assistance. The rotation has come across, so e-LEMON-ators will not be able to find their way in. They won't crack their way into the B bomb site. Valhalla gets one more before he falls, but ultimately that's a big round one by the CT side.
Yeah. Retaining the same amount.
Like ships in the night, goes past one another, and very lucky to be alive.
Gun model does him no favors there.
Well, Chell still all over the fact that the side hall could be dirty. Gets a 1-for-1. Really waiting patiently for Val to do exactly that. Shoulder around the corner. If he swings it wide, it's much harder for TJ to find that kill, but the slow creep around the corner is what makes that possible, and so TJP makes no mistake again. I mean, 25 and 13, he's on an absolute tear tonight.
T's now starting to regroup with Valiance, who's taken stairs control earlier on in the round. Pressure now on Danger here.
Looks like he's going to answer that call pretty nicely. He gets 1 kill and does a lot of damage to the next. TJP lines up the last 2. He's looking for 30 on the map. Missed out on it last map. There wasn't enough.
Keep it somewhat competitive. Take a map. I think that was in against a less informed Rooster.
Well, that's not going to be too difficult for 80k to deal with. Netic watching the ramp as well. Might need a little bit of assistance here, but certainly should be pretty safe behind the sandbags, especially now with that that smoke down. And 80k covering off the cross. e-LEMON-ators just pumped the brakes. They don't have much to play with in this round.
Counter flash there from Chelios. from the backside of the A site, keeping a lot of the T's at bay. They really wanted to start to scale onto netting.
Yeah. Smoke starts to fade, and Eliminators will look to push their way up the ramp. Netic's in trouble. Is he going to get his util down in time? Doesn't look like it. Leaves Chell with the AWP. Free fire doesn't connect, and then he's jumped upon by Viridian. An easy routine kill for him. Now down to 80k, dancing around the site itself, but Damio and Snow hit a couple of sharp shots and bring it back to a 4-on-1. Danger is cowering over toward B, trying to save his gun, but he's making a lot of noise. And so Val knows pretty much exactly where he is, or maybe didn't hear him, because he checks the corner and misses him on the timing. So a little bit awkward in the end there for Val. You'd have to imagine he'll catch Danger in the end there, and 14-9 is now the scoreline as Eliminators put another one together.
Thought that they were going to take a single save, but they actually do opt to force around the weapons that they've saved. Danger to take first contact here.
He'll might get that smoke down, but pistol comes out, and that happens. TJP was the second player to get the kill. It wasn't Danger to double down. Either way, he's got himself an AK now. TJ 2 for 1 for himself. And that is more than enough as the rest of the reinforcements and cavalry start to arrive over toward B. kohokohdat is low. It's a nice shot onto Danger. Perfect crosshair placement. But it's just not going to be winnable for him. 15 is up now for Rooster. And TJP, 1 for 1. Hits himself 30, so if the round is the final of the map, he will at least be able to walk away with that prize. Eliminators, hoping that will not be the case. They do have a 3-on-2. Dud should be good for a trade here. That's pretty routine for him. What about that second player by Sandbags? Molotov actually forces Netic out. And kohokohdat is trying to progress back and forth through side hall. Netic
Bomb
with a
might have
big
been found there
rotation
by
across.
Danger.
Yeah, it has been. He's just going to tuck in the corner. He knows kohokohdat is likely to be headed in this direction. Or Snow will be headed up the ramp. Either way, he's in a position to make an impact in this round. Here we go. What can Danger do? Oh, timing's looking awkward for him. Maybe spotted a gun barrel there of kohokohdat. Certainly looking poised to make an impact. And the peek is through, so they must have known he was there or suspected at the very least. Nice pre-fire. Nice little quick peek from Snow. And now Netic has to do it alone.
Bit out of position here. Plant comes in from Snow. kohokohdat played close up on the close left side.
Well, easy as you like. kohokohdat will finish it off there. So 15-11. It has not chimed midnight just yet. Hasn't been spotted yet. Snow looks like he wants to check it. But if he fails to, well, TJP doesn't quite manage to grasp that one with both hands. So, Danger averted. Speaking of, he's out of the round as well.
Only 3 more CTs to find here for Eliminators. We're just taking a leisurely stroll into the B side, it looks like. Valhalla trying to cut the rotations in middle. Some very sharp shooting. And it's all on Chelios. Sitting up here where the CTs buy guns. Will find himself an AK at least. Keep things interesting.
I love how he just shift walks straight at the gun. Like, gotta be quiet, man. After executing a guy in the back of the head. Anyway, Damio, finish it off.
You never played Splinter Cell, bro? Come on.
Actually, no, not really.
Once again, it's Danger and TJP to receive them.
Info does come through relatively early there for Danger. TJP hasn't been mollied off. This is a recipe for disaster for Eliminators. TJ able to double down, but can't get more than that. So, site entry not bad for Eliminators. Bomb plant will be secured, even despite that Molotov going through. Looks like it's even missed the mark. Now Snow's starting to burn. Maybe it's spread last second, but he'll be an easy pick up for Chelio. Still, damage being done by e-LEMON-ators and ADK with only a FAMAS. Doesn't even have a defuse kit. Can't be expecting him to have too much success here. And with that time ticking away, the AK might be a prize that he could consider taking into the next round. Still looking for more kills, though. Gets one onto Viridian, but Damio should well and truly have this one on lockdown, hiding behind the generator. Nothing ADK can do. 15-13, and e-LEMON-ators creep one step closer.
e-LEMON-ators only need to win one gun round here. Anti-eco, one gun round, and they're into OT here, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this whole map, I've been in my own head kind of building this up as a bit of a foregone conclusion, you know? In my head, I've been thinking, yeah, Rooster got this eventually. But it's kind of getting to that point now where maybe that's not the case.
Yeah.
Maybe e-LEMON-ators is going to win this map still. You would not want to see them falter at the final hurdle, though. 16-14, that would be a painful loss.
Be a lot of effort for nothing.
Nothing there. They're able to rotate the player across early. TJP has a molly as well, so he could potentially deny a plant if there's no smoke left. That timing could be incredibly important, but they've all exited A. They thought maybe it was a fake. I'm not so sure. The molly goes over to B. Whatever the comm was for Rooster, they've gone in the wrong direction, and now they're going to have to fight hard to get back into this round. 9 seconds to plan. It does seem like that's going to go through. And Danger tasked with a 1v4. That really did look a bit awkward for a moment for e-LEMON-ators, but Rooster just walked off the bomb site. And 15-15 is credit where it's due, but job is not yet done. They have to win this map to stay alive in the series and in the ESL Pro League qualifier.
Damio having a look towards a ramp with Viridian and gets the entry onto Netic. How many times has this guy been able to just walk up ramp and find an entry onto a player who's not ready for it? Netic has been caught multiple times. Very uncharacteristic for him. Pop flash to get ADK out of dodge, but still a man disadvantage and ramp control taken away from Rooster. And in the meanwhile, e-LEMON-ators have taken stairs as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is a far cry from what we saw on Inferno, where literally nothing was going the way of e-LEMON-ators. Seems like on map 2, TJP and Chelios have been the ones leading from the front for Rooster. Once again, we do see that, courtesy of TJP. 30 in regulation. He's got himself already the opening kill in the round for Rooster. And, well, Danger had a couple of quick taps there with the AUG, but couldn't land his shots, and the job will fall to ADK to finish off Valhalla, bring it back to the 3-on-3. Lots of util getting tossed into B.
I'm going back towards Viridian, though, who is applying a little bit of util pressure towards A. Jumps up on Scaff's side, and Chelios takes him out of the server. And now, looks like Valiance is second-guessing that choice, as kohokohdat has found full control over towards this B site. Might have the timing on ADK here.
Maybe, but he's opted to go into mid instead and see if he can find someone there. He's on the jump up. Surely that's going to have to get cleared at some point. Which way does kohokohdat look? The right way, apparently. TJP caught on the jump, and somehow Chell can't find the trade. Maybe had a grenade out, maybe had some util. I don't know. Doesn't matter. ADK in the 1v1. Ducks under the bullets of Snow and secures the first round of OT for Rooster by a hair's breadth.
Oh. e-LEMON-ators with the pick over towards ramp side. Really could have won that round for themselves thanks to the entry of Damio, but TJ tried ramp control this time, and here's the mid walk from e-LEMON-ators. I think this too much.
You'd back him to hit the flick here, and he does. He's been on point all night and in the right position to make an early impact in this round. That's 2 for Chelios already, and he makes it look so clean and so easy.
Now, e-LEMON-ators left scrambling. Threw away a 2-on-1 opportunity. The last T-side round. Now we'll have to complete a 3-on-5, and ADK perfectly timed info push into a ramp here.
Starting to bring that rotation across into mid. There's a recontest from Rooster, and it goes well. That is pretty much the perfect round. Back up on top of jump up. He's been a bit antsy there in mid. Only got the one player to deal with. If he does manage to win that duel, then it's going to be a nice start to the round for Rooster, but it'll go the other way. Alongside the entry into the site, Medic just a little bit off with those initial couple of shots, and so kohokohdat will take his head off. It's 4-on-2. Rooster, they looked pretty good in those first couple of CT rounds, but here is where it starts to come unstuck, and e-LEMON-ators will secure at least one, you'd think.
2-on-3, 2-on-4 going to be attempted, but no util here for Rooster.
And ADK, does he just chance a defuse? Yeah, smoke's faded, so not going to happen. He's the one with the defuse kit, though, and now the fact that he's gone down, you can say this round is pretty much over. Danger gets blasted out of it.
And once again, Nedic, when he's playing a little bit further pinned back, and they haven't got full ramp control, they are kind of being left wanting, you know? Once again, he gets caught off on the timing over towards secret side. kohokohdat punishes him, and those are the rounds where e-LEMON-ators have been able to actually find success and scale up onto the A site, most likely in regulation. And once again in OT, that's a big win condition for them. At least gives them one T side round as Rooster head back onto T side for themselves. Doesn't seem like it's going to be the case for Rooster heading into their first T side round at OT.
Wants to get aggressive down the ramp, and he's done a pretty good job of that. The flash didn't quite help him out in the end, as TJP still gets the kill through it.
Yeah, I think that was a T-side flash. That was the standard flash that they want to go and take ramp control with. Actually catches one of the T's pretty blind, but a lot of damage and info from Damio. Viridian on this deep mid line will get his chance to find some impact here. He's had a bit of a quiet one.
Doesn't have any backup in mid though, so if he misses this first shot, he'll be in trouble. Doesn't, and gets his own incendiary down. That is exactly how you'd like to see it going for Viridian. And he's been given time to change his position up now, which will be problematic for Rooster. Still dumping util into mid. Harassing Rooster all the way through. But ADK is now finally up the jump up and looking for those entries. He's got one. He knows there's another player around. TJP spots the guy at white box, but it does not matter. Snow has got himself a couple, and ADK with the Glock. Can he make it happen? No head armor for kohokohdat. Oh dear. In OT, Pilsky, we were talking about it in the first half. No head armor. e-LEMON-ators.
Double flank coming in for the CT side, so these mollies keeping the T's back could have big impact.
Yeah, Val's got another one in the back pocket. That gets tossed in the side hall, but he is cleaned up by Nedic. ADK chimes in there as well, but Nedic's with the double, and that'll be the big problem for e-LEMON-ators. Chelios with the AWP, one more, and it's now down to just one member, and it is finished. It is done. It is 2-0 today for Rooster. Took a little bit longer to get the job done there on map 2, Pilsky, but ultimately it did feel like it was Rooster's series to lose. Nice comeback from e-LEMON-ators to get it to OT, but yeah, I mean, what does it matter, right, when you go into OT just to lose?
Yeah, look, honestly, e-LEMON-ators, rough situation for them, playing with a couple of stand-ins. I think Valhalla and Valence really did kind of warm up as they headed into Vertigo, but it felt like they were a little bit slow on Inferno. Worth mentioning, though, over on Vertigo.